Hello, okay, welcome to Technology and Multimedia Design course, and today we are going to talk about Introduction to Multimedia. We're going to look at an overview, elements of multimedia, and the growth of multimedia. So what exactly is multimedia? I mean, there's a lot of interpretation of multimedia. Some people thought that multimedia means a computer that has a CD-ROM and can play video and audio, you see. Well, others think that multimedia is all about using a combination of elements to create a dynamic visual presentation which can be used to catch people's attention and maintain interest, especially for students, they can maintain the students' interest throughout the learning process. Okay, but if you look deeper, definition of multimedia originally means using two or more media for a presentation, such as video and slides. Use of multiple media. Okay, multimedia. Okay, lots of other media, not just one media. And it can also be defined as computer-centered presentation, right, that combines element of video, text, photo, graphic, audio, and animation. Okay. If you look here, the latest definition of multimedia, they integrate closer to the use of computer-based interactive communication. That also again includes the use of text, graphics, audio, video, and animation. Therefore, using multimedia is simply using a variety of media, whether visual or auditory, with the intent of communication. So we use multimedia to communicate. Okay, so easy said, what exactly is multimedia? Is the use of numbers of media, okay, which covers some of them: text, graphics, audio, video, and animation, as have been shown just now. So again, elements of multimedia covers text, graphics, audio, video, animation, and interactivity. There used to be just text, graphic, audio, video, animation, but with the evolutions of computer, it's important to include interactivity as well. So it's not just one-way communication, okay? And it's important to have multimedia in your presentation as a photo worth 1,000 words, okay? You need to use graphics, okay, photo images in order to support your explanation, okay? And as well, if you use animation and video, it's easier to explain certain information. And it reaches out clearly to your audience, right? Okay. Let's look at text. I think most of us already know what is text, commonly used media, typed in computing application. If you look around you, everywhere we use text, right? It's just that if you use only text for information delivery, it can be less engaging, okay? And if you look at the theory of multiple intelligence, as human we have multiple intelligence. We can be visual learner, right, verbal learner, and lots of other types of learning capability. So it's important to not just include text when you communicating, but these are some of the example of text-based website. As you can see, they use a lot of text. These are just some of the example, okay? But it can be kind of hard to read. That's why it's important to integrate as well graphics, okay? And mostly the common format of picture, image, you called it, okay? Graphics are JPEG and PNGs, okay? You shall learn this further later once we start using Photoshop, okay, in our training. So graphics can be in any form, like buttons that you use in the website, that's considered as graphics, okay? any use of images, you created and you develop further, that's graphics, yeah. And we normally use graphic together with text to produce better explanation, okay. And audio, okay, part of important elements as well, so it helps to aid interactions. Sometimes your website can be without audio, but if there's integration of audio, it'll be more interesting, you see. It helps, for example, other individuals who perhaps cannot see, okay, has a disability of seeing, therefore they can just listen to the explanation. Okay, audio is important. We have video. This is very powerful, especially the new generation these days. They can just simply watch a video to learn, right? It's just that the drawbacks with video is the size, the longer duration of the video, meaning the size is going to be bigger. So you need a powerful computer, for example, to save and record your video, yeah. We shall talk further on this in different topics. And we have animation as part of multimedia, so it's a moving graphics images, okay, animation. So there's different type of animations. We also going to talk this in different topics, okay. And with animation, learning can make easy. For example, I gave you example there, like when you want to explain on how to perform proper CPR, it's hard to just, explain verbally. But if there's animation to show you exactly how to do it, it'll be better and it'll be clearer for others to understand, yeah. And we have finally interactivity, okay. It is very much demanded, okay, in today's process of teaching and learning, okay. It's no longer one-way communication. As I said earlier, you need to make the process of learning interactive, and with the existing of social media these days, people interact actively. So let's have a look. And when you categorize the multimedia, although there's the use of text, video, animation, graphics, interactivity, it can be linear and it can also be non-linear, okay, one way or two ways. And when we talk about the growth of multimedia, as you can see, there's evolution there since 1825. They started off with newspaper, and then the invention of telephone and so forth, until today. We all are aware of the use of internet, and these days, everybody are so into social media, as you can see there. We have Friendster last time, I still recall during my time, but nowadays, the current generation, the alpha generation, wouldn't know what is Friendster. They are now exposed to Instagram, TikTok, and other type of social media. And even these days, in primary, secondary school, they start using augmented reality. Virtual reality, not so much being applied in school due to the expensive equipment, right? But we have started using virtual reality for some purposes in higher education, okay, for example, in engineering field. As for augmented reality, this is more applicable, and you can apply, through the use of application, apps. Yeah, you are aware of Pokemon Go. Last time, people use a lot of Pokemon Go, okay, for games. Not only that, in sciences, to learn about human anatomy, you can just use augmented reality to get deeper or further information on certain parts of human body, for example. Yeah, so that's about it. Most importantly, just now we talk about multimedia and what is the meaning of multimedia, and we shall further talk about this in other topic. See you then.